New twist in the case of slain Florida teenager Trayvon Martin. An audio expert now says there's, quote, a huge chance it's not George Zimmerman screaming on that 911 call, but a closer look at the police station video does seem to show that Zimmerman was in fact injured. CNN's David Mattingly reports.
Police, I just heard a shot right behind my house.
Even to the untrained ear, it's clear the Sanford 911 recordings capture the last sounds of Trayvon Martin's life. You can hear in the background a cry for help.
So you think he's yelling help?
Yes.
All right, what is your...
But whose voice is it? The answer could make or break George Zimmerman's claim of self-defense. Zimmerman told police he was yelling for help.
There's a huge chance that this is not Zimmerman's voice. As a matter of fact, after 28 years of doing this, I would put my reputation on the line and say this is not George Zimmerman screaming.
Two audio experts using specialized software for the Orlando Sentinel analyzed the 911 tapes. They examined Zimmerman's voice here, calling 911.
This guy looks like he's up to no good or he's on drugs or something.
And they compared it to the yells for help you can hear later in the background.
And is it a male or female?
It sounds like a male.
And you don't know why?
I don't know why. I think they're yelling help, but I don't know. Just send someone quick. Say crap.
He identified himself on the 911 call. So we know who that is, and then we have the voice of the person who is screaming, and we consider that the unknown because we really don't know who that is at this point.
And they don't know if evidence like this will ever be heard by a jury if Zimmerman ever goes to trial. He has not been charged with any crime and is not in custody. Michael LaFay is a Florida defense attorney and former prosecutor. He says first, a judge has to be convinced the audio tests should be evidence, and there's no guarantee.
All courts have a job, a gatekeeping function, and that is to keep junk science out of the courtroom. It's part of what every judge and every court has to do.
There is also new scrutiny now on the police video surveillance of George Zimmerman taken soon after his fight with Trayvon Martin. In its original form, you can't see any injuries to Zimmerman's head. But look what happens after the video is enhanced by a CNN editor. Boosting definition and contrast, there now appears to be some kind of mark on the back of Zimmerman's head. But the poor quality of the original video still makes it impossible to see clearly if this mark is an injury. And back to the analysis of those 911 tapes for now, Wolf, but we're waiting to hear from the representatives of Trayvon Martin's family if they will provide an audio recording of Trayvon's voice for a similar comparison. Wolf.
David Mattingly with the latest on this story that's captivated so many of us. Thank you, David.